Blessed be my spiritualist, and welcome to another episode of Which Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be doing the third part of our Chakra Oils, and that is going to be the solar plexus. So before we get started, I'm going to tell you where it is on the world meridian. Now I know I'm going to say this wrong. It is Uluru and Kata Tijata. I believe that is in Australia. Big up, Australia! Yes, you have the solar plexus. If you look at your chakras in a certain way, you'll actually have your upper consciousness, your middle consciousness, your lower consciousness, and I can do a video on all of this if you would like, but I don't want this video to be 25 minutes, so I'm just going to go with a very simplified example on this. This has anything to do with action. It has anything to do with allowing you or providing you stamina. It helps you with personal strength. This is the chakra that governs over the things that you do. Now, we have learned that the other two chakras, that the root chakra and that the sacral chakra, are more of a foundational one. Well, honey, this is the one that manifests, okay? This is what creates the manifestation on this plane of existence. So we really want to make sure that this one is definitely balanced, because we don't want to be manifesting crap in our lives. We don't want to always have shit falling down when we try and build stuff. We don't always want to have conflict in our day-to-day life. We don't always want to spend that time feeling limited. This really is the one that helps you with that. If there's going to be resistance in your world, you can use this chakra to be able to overcome that in an easy way that's not going to feel like it's so traumatic or so painful of an experience. I also want to share with y'all that this is the chakra that really governs how you act. It is how you portray yourself. You see, if this chakra's off, you're going to be a little timid and uncomfortable and maybe even a little awkward. Now, don't get me wrong, I love awkwardness. I think it's kind of endearing. But it may actually reach a point where you have anxiety disorders, you can suffer from agoraphobia or agoraphobia. Now, this is also a chakra that governs over how you feel about others and yourself. But the thing about it is the solar plexus, being such an active chakra, right? This is about how you project this, okay? So you can be having low self-esteem and so on and so forth, but with this chakra, it's going to project that out into the world, all right? And not only is it going to project it out in the world, this is how people are going to interact with you now. If you are, emitting this kind of victim type of energy, then people are going to victimize you. So you need to understand that. This is the one that you really want to get right when it comes to how you're perceived. I always like to tell people, if you are working on yourself, but you have a tendency to victimize yourself, try and get this one, try and get it in order, or at least understand it in a way. And you'll see with the oils that I use, why I choose these oils, because I really want to protect people from emitting this sense of victimization, to allow them to at least halt some of these negative experiences from coming into their reality. I always use this chakra when it comes to clients who are having a very difficult time and they just can't get that moment of peace to be able to work on themselves. I use this chakra often to create this bubble around them to keep those energies at bay so that they can focus more internally. So you are going to be needing black pepper, ginger, juniper, myrrh, lemon, sweet almond oil, and of course a master bottle with which to keep this in. They are just the dropper bottles that you would get for any essential oil. So wherever you can get those. Now we are going to be opening a shop soon, so for anybody who wants to order from us, we will be able to do that for you. But in the interim, to make it easier for you, I will put some links at the bottom of this video for those of you who are interested in these bottles. Alright, so let's get started. Black pepper. So black pepper, I like to use this. Now it is a very strong, pungent smell. I use this when it comes to exercising anything that is within the subconscious mind, or anything that I'm holding that is being exuded. You know, I'm a very kind person, as I'm from the messages that I get from so many of you guys, and thank you, I really love to get that message. But because I'm such a kind person, and because I really do genuinely care about my fellow man, I find a lot of times people will mistake my kindness for weakness. And they have a tendency to use me, or even worse, demonize me. For me to be able to still be who I am and be authentic, I find that I need to put a little bit of magic in this, okay? I'm going to be who I'm going to be regardless of whether or not people like it. For me to be able to keep that unwanted crap away from me, to be able to stay within my own sense of self and my own sense of authenticity. And I also use it to exercise any kind of fear that I may have of being authentic. So we are going to be using 7 drops of this. Now, ginger is a strong power amplifier. I love ginger. Ginger is great for protection. It is great for love. It is great for spicing up. It is great for success. It is great for money. It is great for having ownership over yourself. When you're dealing with how you portray or how you project yourself in this world, you need to be able to be comfortable with owning yourself. See, I think there is nothing more powerful than someone who is trying to transform themselves, but yet they can still stand in the power of where they are at and have confidence in where they are at that point in time. Yes, we want to create an environment that's going to be protective around us, that's going to allow us to exude something. But confidence in where you are and the knowledge that you are growing has a way of being able to inspire those around you to do the same thing. There is that old saying, fake it till you make it. Well, fake it till you make it has its place. I'm not a big fan of it, but it does have its place. But I always say be it till you see it. And part of being it till you see it is to be confident in where exactly you are at that given time. And we are going to be putting in 3 drops of this. Now, juniper I like to use because juniper is a very strong botanical, okay? It is great for healing, it is great for exorcism, it is great for projecting, but it's also great for standing your ground. We live in a society where there's rules and regulations. That's just the way it is. And we know full well that a lot of these rules and regulations don't always resonate with who we are, but we still have to play the game. I like to use the active energy of juniper to be able to play that game, but be able to be real enough that while playing that game, you still hold that place of strength. For me, I kind of look at it like playing the game, but there's something deeper. And all who come in contact with you can see there's something deeper. And the thing about holding that vibration is that people don't necessarily know how to take you at that point in time, because they can't just walk all over you. They can't categorize you, right? There's something about you. You are standing within your own personal strength. You are being confident within yourself. You know where you are, right? Your vulnerabilities are also parts of your strength. You're growing. You're becoming you, the best you. Right? And you're standing within that active energy of moving towards what you want. And we are going to be adding in 9 drops of this. Now, myrrh. You all know how I feel about myrrh. It allows for you to be able to have a peace. You see, a lot of the times we feel guilt for stepping into our own personal power. Like we are not allowed to or supposed to. Now, when I say stepping into your own personal power, I don't mean aggression. And people seem to think that stepping into your personal power is aggression. That's an illusion, okay? If it's going to be confrontational to anything or anybody, that's not stepping into your personal power, okay? Stepping into your personal power is more of a, it's not a, apathy of, I don't care. It's not about that, right? It's about understanding who you are, where you are. Pick your battles, honey. See, now when we were talking earlier about juniper, I said that juniper allows you to step within that power and whatnot. I find that bringing in the myrrh tells you when enough is enough. Myrrh, I find, helps you say, okay, this is This is here, this is my boundaries. Let me give you an example of this. If you're working at a job, right, and you're playing that role, right, you're playing that role and you're doing good, but you got somebody who's jealous of you, and that happens a lot. Like Cat Stevens said, if you ain't got 6 haters by the end of June, you're doing something wrong and you need to be figuring out a way to get yourself 9 by the end of July. We need to understand during this time, this intern time of balancing your chakras and becoming who you are, right? There are going to be people who know you in a certain way, and nobody likes when someone starts, well, not nobody, but a lot of people don't like when someone starts to stand in their own personal power. So let's say if you're working at a job and somebody is a little jealous about you and they start, just picking at little things that you're doing, okay? Myrrh allows you to be like, hey, wait a second. This is not cool, right? It allows to solidify where your boundaries are. Whereas before, you may think to yourself, well, I don't know, I don't want to cause conflict. No, Myrrh is going to be like, this is my boundary. And then you're going to have Juniper that is going to allow you to take action, not to hurt somebody, but to halt whatever that is bringing conflict into your world. You see, because Myrrh is about peace, okay? And if you want to have peace, Myrrh shows you exactly where that line is, where you go from a place of peace into a place of uncomfortability, and where you let people take that peace away from you. So this, we are going to be using 9 drops of that to help build the boundary, right, of the peace that we want to hold in within our reality. Alright, so the last one we're going to be adding into this is lemon. Now let me tell you why I like to add my lemon. Lemon is good for cutting and clearing. People and a lot of spiritualists these days run away from something, right? They don't let things go, they actually run away from it. And that's not going to assist you, alright? You need to be able to let things go in a context where it has come and gone, and there's nothing you can do about it now. Anything other than that, if you're holding something and you're trying to persecute, that's not helping you. That's not helping you. And you will never get out of it the peace that you think that you want to get, first of all. Don't run away from a situation. Don't do that. It's in your reality for a reason. Make a decision on what you want to do. Make a decision on where you want to be. Make a decision on the peace that you choose to have in your reality. If somebody at work is picking you off and being rude to you, right? Stand your ground. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to hurt their feelings. You don't even have to make a scene. Most of the time when you have a strong solar plex, when it's balanced, right, a look will be enough. I can't begin to tell you how many times I will be in a situation, and because I'm such a kind person or whatnot, or my defenses may be a little bit down at that point in time, and somebody will take advantage. But let me tell you something, honey. As soon as they do that, I just need to give the look. And they leave me alone. Do you see what I'm saying? You need to be able to do that. And that's what I like to add my lemon for, because my lemon can sting, okay? It can sting. Don't do that. Don't go there. So we are going to be adding in 7 drops of the lemon. Now I also want to say that lemon is great for friendship and love as well. But a friendship and a love that's based on truth. Okay? Me and my bestie, 0 F's given. Okay? If something needs to be said, it's going to be said. We don't worry about hurting each other's feelings because we both know where we're coming from. We both know that we have nothing but the utmost respect and love for each other. And if I'm playing the fool, then she tells me, you're playing the fool. If she's acting out, I tell her to check yourself. Check your motives and thoughts, boo-boo. And that's how we roll, right? It's that friendship. It's that realness, right? So if you want to be able to start having those friendships in your life, where you don't have to talk every day to reaffirm whether or not you care for each other, you guys can go months and pick up exactly where you left off. Get that solar plex in order. Get that vibration going. So your connections are going to be based on what matters. It's not going to be based on those illusions, because your boundaries and your need to fit in, or whatever it may be, or these victim states that people try and feed off of, ain't going to be there, honey, because the solar plexus is working at top capacity. So, we are going to be saying our prayer over this and then adding in our sweet almond oil. All right. So last but not least, now we are just going to add in our sweet almond oil. And take a nice smell. And there you have it, my spiritualists, your solar plexus oil. Now, how can you use this? You can anoint a candle. You can use this on the solar plexus. Make sure you are not allergic to it. You can use this on a charcoal burner. You can use this on veves, so you can use this on symbols of the chakras. It does not matter, darlings. Whatever you can come up with, you can use this for. You know that wall that people keep up to protect themselves? I have used this to be able to break through that, to deeply connect. Alright, so that is our episode for today. If you have not subscribed, you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. Remember to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes out, because you know you don't want to miss a thing. I said it before, my spiritualist, and I'll say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic, and you are always in a witch's heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.